Hi, I'm John Becker with Baldhead Realty here in Franklin, North Carolina, and I want to introduce you to Franklin's #1 buyer's agent for 2017, Stephanie Sainz.
Hello.
Stephanie Sainz did an amazing amount of business and helped all her buyers last year. I think she did close to $7 million in sales, and that's unheard of. It's just amazing what she's done, and she's just helping people all over the county get these amazing homes. And so this morning we thought we would do a little video and kind of give you a perspective from a buyer's agent and one from a listing agent, and just kind of, you know, bring you up to date, let you know that HD TV and all that kind of stuff isn't all it's made up to be. We're going to give you some real feet on the ground information here. So Stephanie, take it away. Give us a little information on what it looks like from your perspective.
Well, we got a lot of neat things going on in the market starting already this year. We got low inventory. We've got homes that are flying off the shelves like crazy as soon as they list, especially if there's something priced really well and in really good condition, neat, clean, you know, good looking home to show, a pleasure to show. And that sort of brings us to one of the things we wanted to talk about today is how your house looks when it's ready to show.
Yeah, and it's really, it's really funny because it's from both perspectives. Because like a listing agent, when I go out to look at a home, I know that the bottom line is it's a woman who's going to make the decision about whether they're going to buy that house or not. And you know, when you walk in there and it smells like the cat box hasn't been changed in 3 months, or you know, you got dirty stuff all over the place, the toilet seat lids are up. I mean, a lady that's coming in to buy a home, that doesn't usually fly too good with them. And so I have a little booklet that I leave with prospective listing clients, and it goes through all these different things and tells them how to prepare the home so that it will look nice and neutral to as many people as possible. But then on the other side, when Stephanie will take somebody to these homes, and if the people don't listen to the counsel and prepare their homes so that they look nice and they feel nice and they smell good and they're pretty and they got some flowers, if they don't do that kind of stuff, then she has to go there and show the people, and then we get feedback, and usually the feedback's like what? You know, it's like,
it was too cluttered. And really, if your house is listed and you want it to show well, you got to listen to your listing agent because they know what they're talking about. Buyers, to be honest with you, will see even the smallest superficial thing and discount a house, and I'm not kidding. It could be the paint color's wrong, the living room's too crowded because you left, you know, too many tchotchkes laying around and they can't see their own furniture. The room may be big enough for their furniture, but they honestly cannot see it because it's got too much of your stuff in it. So, and if your dirty laundry is laying on the floor in a pile, probably not a good idea.
So as a listing agent, you know, when I go in, I tell people, I said, listen, take all those 6,000 magnets off your refrigerator, take the towels off, you know, that you got hanging on the oven rack, take that off there, you know, clean the house up. And if it's really a problem and you're living there and it's not a vacant listing, get yourself some big plastic bins like that. And so when one of the offices calls, hey, we got to bring somebody over in an hour, you don't panic and go nuts. You just take your hand, get the plastic thing, scrape all the junk into it, stick it under the bed, and boom! Looks like you got a beautiful, clean house. You know, it's all about the impression. So, I mean, you know, it's like if you were going to go on a date or something like that, you just wouldn't do anything and have the person show up to take you out on a date and look like you just came through a hurricane, would you?
Well, you might.
You know, it's like I wouldn't want my hair to get messed up in that.
It would be a good idea if a seller would kind of put themselves in the shoes, and if they were to go into a house that they were possibly looking at buying, how would they want to feel? What would they want to see? That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's sort of like treat people how you want to be treated. Yes. Show people how you want to be shown, sell people how you'd like to be sold. It's just basic kind of respect, you know. And so we really do have a great time doing this. And there's just a few, like I said, a few little simple things like that that will make your house stand out from the rest. Because if you do a little bit to make it better, you're going to get paid for that, and it's going to appear like it's going to be worth the money that they're paying.
I'd like to add one more thing to that. If you're a seller and you happen to be living in the house and your office calls you and says, you know, we have somebody who'd like to show your home this afternoon, please leave. really, it makes buyers uncomfortable if you are hanging around for a showing, and you know, and I understand if you can't leave, if there's some sort of situation where you're unable to leave the house, at least go out on the porch or the deck or out, take a walk outside or something. But buyers like to be able to walk through the home and kind of speak with their agent about how they're feeling about the house, and they don't feel like they can if the seller's hanging around and listening to everything that they're saying.
Right. And along with that, it's like, when you get a call that somebody's going to be coming to look at your home, you need to run around and turn on every light in the house. Turn it all on. So, you know, it doesn't, you know, some of these showings that we go on, I mean, the people have the shades drawn, all the lights off, feels like you're going to a funeral. You don't want that to happen. It's got to be, it's sort of like when you go to buy a new car. You got beautiful lights on it, it's all spit shiny, clean. You know, you get in the car, you smell the leather and all that stuff, you get excited about it. And that's what we're trying to get you to understand. So when you know, when you show the house, turn all the lights on. You know, make that happen. Shut all the drawers, everything, you know, put everything away.
Open up all the blinds.
Yeah, and so they see the light coming in and they could imagine themselves living in your awesome home. Now, one other thing that we kind of wanted to say, and I hope this doesn't rub you the wrong way, but I mean, you watch all these real estate television shows. Let me just tell you, they're staged.
Yes.
Okay. I know, because I was approached to do one of those TV shows, and the whole thing was so staged that it just wasn't real. You got a lot of different real estate sites out there like Zillow, Trulia, all those kind of things, and they have data feeds from our MLS, and a lot of times those data fields don't particularly match, and that's why you'll see one that'll say 0.4 of an acre, but when you see it on those shows or those websites, it says 400 acres or 40 acres. So, you know, skip that stuff and don't worry about zestimates and things like that. Get with the agent, let the agent who's the expert help you determine if that home is priced right, and then you get with a gal like Stephanie Sainz.
I will be honest with you, and I will tell you if I think a home is overpriced or if I think it's a good buy. That is my job, and I'm not here to just sell you a house. I'm here to help you through the transaction. So I can pretty much tell you, after being a buyer's agent for so many years and working almost exclusively with buyers, I pretty much know when a house is overpriced and when it's not.
Yeah, so. That's true. And again, I just really appreciate working with Stephanie, because she, like I said, last year she just knocked it out of the park around here, and she's got a client list a mile long that are all happy with her and what she's done. And we work together to try to make all this stuff happen and help the sellers do right, help the buyers do right, and it's a wonderful occupation. And again, I just want to thank Stephanie for being here today and sharing all that wisdom. If you have more questions, I'll have her number listed below the video at the end of the video, and you can give her a shout and a call. And again, I'm John Becker. This is Stephanie Sainz. We're at Bald Head Realty in Franklin, North Carolina, and we're inviting you to get up off that thing and get here to Franklin and live the dream with the rest of us here in the beautiful Smoky Mountains. See you soon.